Hey everybody, it's Shamika. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. I appreciate your support. I had to come and make this video for you guys because why not? This is some awesome news and I thought I have to share it with you guys. So the FHA, which stands for the Fair Housing Administration, is actually making it so that if you are an individual who is in school, but you also want to purchase a home, they're going to make it easier for you to purchase that home. How are they going to do that, you say? Easy. They're actually going to take the smaller amount of your debt from your student loans. So, and let me give you an example so I can make that clear. Okay. So, if you don't know, the maximum amount of money that you can get from student loan is $150,000 if you're not an individual in medical school. Okay. Now, in the past, when a person was to go and buy a home, they go and get approved for a bank loan, and the loan officer then does what they call is your debt to income ratio check. And pretty much what they are going to do is see how much of your income that you make is spent on bills. So how much of your income is going out. All right. So the maximum is around 41 to 42% of your income going out for bills before you get to the unsafe zone where banks do not want to underwrite your loan or give you a loan altogether, right? But what plays into that debt to income ratio is all of your bills, including student loans. Now, if an individual got the $150,000, which is the max on the student loans, in the past, FHA advised banks to, since you're in school and they may not know how much your payments are going to be, because mind you, you can get on a bunch of different types of payment plans. There's no payment listed on your credit report because you're in school. So only thing is on your credit report is all of those student loan disbursements you have. So how would the bank know how much to come up with? Well, FHA told the banks, just take 2% of whatever the total balance of the student loans are, and that is the number that you're going to put down. So let's go back to that 150,000. So say you got 150,000, that's your total amount of your disbursements for your student loans, and they take 2% of that. That means $3,000 is what they would put into your outgoing number to help come up with your debt to income ratio. So 3,000 will be for student loans. We don't know how much will be for electric, for water, for entertainment, blah, 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 blah. So we're just going to say student loans is going to be 3,000 based off of $150,000 total in debt and taking that 2%. Okay. Now, 10, 15 years ago, when I went to purchase my first home, I was in school and the banks were instructed not to use anything. We actually got to use zero for my amount of money that I had to pay, back to student loans. That's what they actually put on the paperwork because that was their instruction at that time. Now, of course, a lot of people were able to get into homes that way because, of course, you're not counting any debt. Great. It makes it look like we can afford so much more home than we probably really could. Now, a lot of people were getting into these mortgages, right? Then the bubble burst. People were graduating from school. And all of a sudden, now the student loans are due. And that amount you did not factor into your total monthly bills. And the bank didn't do it because the bank wasn't under any instruction to do so. They left that up to you. So if you could not turn around and afford your mortgage and your bills and that student loan debt once you graduated, what's going to happen? More than likely, you're going to foreclose, you lose your house, or your student loans become, they go into collections, yada, yada, yada. A whole lot of stuff happens, right? But now all of that has changed, okay? The FHA has just instructed all banks and mortgagees or mortgage servicers that anyone who goes to purchase a home as of August 16th, 2021. So if you guys are in the market to look for a house, I would tell you wait until August 16th, 2021 or later, especially if you're in school, because the new rule says they no longer have to take 2%. They only have to do 0.5%. That is freaking awesome. And let me show you the difference that is in dollar amount so that I can show you why I'm so excited about this. So 150,000 times the 2%, that's $3,000 you would be paying, right? But now with the 0.5, we take that same 150,000 times 0.5%, it's only $750. Now, that's not saying that's going to be the amount that you're going to pay in student loans. Not at all. What FHA is trying to do is help more people get into homes. They want more home ownership. So again, if you're one of those individuals that you're in the market to look for a home, if you have a couple more months on your lease or wherever you are, wait until August 16th or later so that you can now do it at the new 0.5% rate. You can't beat that, okay? That means not only did they take into consideration some of your student loan payments, because it may be higher than that if you really did max out at $150,000. It probably will be higher than that unless you get on some type of payment plan or you have a large family. There are a lot of different reasons for that. And I'll actually make a video on the different student loan plans so that you can see which one will fit you. But for now, keep in mind that 0.5% allows you a much better opportunity to have a lower debt to income ratio, which means you have a you have a better chance of getting a higher loan amount. Okay. So that 2% versus that 0.5% really makes the difference of probably anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 difference in home price that you're looking for when you're going to buy. So if you have the time, I would tell you to wait. I'm also going to put a link to the notice from Fair Housing Administration. This was just announced today. But if you're in the market for a house, I would tell you to wait until August 16th, 2021 or later. Get your 0.5% and get your home today.